You got the whole world. Anything. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
Just a few days ago, actor Derek Dixon dropped a major bombshell. He filed a lawsuit against Tyler Perry, claiming the director crossed serious lines. And guess what? Derek says he's got the receipts to prove everything. According to Derek,
Monique is not done with Tyler Perry. So as you know, Tyler Perry was trending last week after his speech at Angie Stone's funeral. Well, according to Monique, she feels like he's a hypocrite.
It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap.
In her caption, she says, "Open letter to Tyler Perry. We would like to give our heartfelt condolences to Angie Stone's family and friends. Sister Angie, we stand on the shoulders of the elders and ancestors like you, so please know that your fight inspired us to write this letter, and that the fight doesn't end with your passing, as it's only the beginning. Dear Tyler Perry."
But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm."
So Monique shared that speech, but also shared a recording that she had recorded of Tyler, a phone conversation that they had, where he said that on his next press tour, he would publicly apologize to her.
In a stunning turn of events, actor Derek Dixon just shook Hollywood to its core with a jaw-dropping $260 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry. The allegations? Shocking. The evidence? Allegedly airtight. And the ripple effect.
I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral, where you expressed frustration over her mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me and my husband Sydney as poignant, but also made us reflect on some unsettling discrepancies in your actions towards me. 1. You expressed anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you labeled me, quote, difficult to work with, despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same?
They're spreading fast. Because this isn't just a story about a dream gone wrong. It's about power, betrayal, and secrets that may finally be seeing the light of day. And if that wasn't enough for Monique, yes, the Monique just re-entered the chat with her own bombshell receipt.
On me. We have audio of you admitting you were wrong. 2. You asked where's the money she's owed? Well, where's my public apology that you promised in 2016? The false narrative you perpetuated helped blackball me, costing me tens of millions. Where's the restitution for that? 3. You mentioned being, quote, tired of us not receiving the benefits we deserve, yet you asked me to promote Precious for free without contract or compensation.
This time, she's not holding back. But that's not all. The allegations are starting to stack up. Because just as the internet was catching its breath, another name resurfaced, Christian Keys. A second actor with his own haunting tale that...
which highlights your double standard. 4. You said we should be careful in how we treat the children of God. As a man of faith, where is your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it's yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightly criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be held accountable too?
Eerily echoes what Derek just exposed. Now fans are wondering, has Tyler Perry's carefully crafted empire finally started to crack? The lawsuit that no one saw coming. Derek Dixon wasn't a household name, but he was getting there slowly. That all changed when he filed a massive $260 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios.
In closing, I hope your words at Angie's funeral inspired you to correct the wrongs you've done to my family and me. You have the power to do so. As you've shared biblical teachings, please remember, what will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Mark 8:36. We await your response. With love and respect, Monique and Sid.
And this wasn't just about a bad acting contract or creative differences. No, Derek alleges a series of disturbing encounters that blurred professional lines and crossed deeply personal boundaries. According to Derek, the whole thing began back in 2019. He claims Tyler spotted him at an event and personally asked for his number. To Derek, it seemed like the start of
You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab you. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the f you doing, man? What the f? Oh, my bad.
a Hollywood fairy tale. One that promised stardom, success, and the kind of breakout career dreams are made of. Tyler even gave him a role on the BET Plus series Ruthless. But behind the cameras, Derek says something else was happening, something he never signed up for. And here's where it gets even messier. Derek says he has receipts, screenshots, texts, and more. He's not just talking. He came prepared. And the screenshots? They're already going viral. Just days after the lawsuit went public, Monique took to social media with a powerful open letter. It was aimed squarely at Tyler Perry, and she wasn't mincing words. The timing? Not a coincidence. Tyler had just spoken at Angie Stone's funeral, delivering a heartfelt message about injustice and mistreatment in the music industry. But Monique saw something different. In her eyes, Tyler's speech was pure hypocrisy. She reminded fans of how he allegedly labeled her difficult to work with, despite never having worked with her directly. According to Monique, he played a major role in blackballing her from the industry. But listen to this, she dropped audio. A recorded phone call with Tyler where he supposedly promised to apologize publicly on his next press tour. Spoiler, that apology never came. And it's not just about the words. Monique says she lost millions because of the label he placed on her. And it wasn't just a one-time misstep. Monique says she tried for years to get that apology. She stayed patient, respectful, and even hopeful. But it never came. Instead, Tyler continued to thrive while she stayed boxed out. How it all started, Derek's Hollywood dream. Back in 2019, things were looking up for Derek. He got a part in Ruthless, a small one but still a major step. He believed he was finally breaking into the inner circle. Tyler, one of the most powerful names in Black Hollywood, had noticed him. That alone could change a career. But the story doesn't stay innocent for long. According to Derek, what began as professional mentorship turned into something deeply uncomfortable. He says Tyler invited him to his home in Atlanta. Derek accepted, thinking it was about building a working relationship. Instead, he alleges that Tyler made an unexpected move, climbing into the bed where Derek was staying and touching his thighs. Gets worse. Derek says he shut it down immediately. But he also says the situation didn't stop there. The Atlanta incident that changed everything. Even after Derek rejected the alleged advance, Tyler reportedly stayed persistent. Derek tried to maintain a professional relationship, hoping it wouldn't ruin his chances of future work. Then came another invitation back to Atlanta. That visit, according to Derek, escalated everything. He claims Tyler got aggressive, allegedly grabbing him by the throat and making a sexually suggestive remark. It wasn't subtle. Derek says he was stunned and tried to leave, but Tyler downplayed it and blamed the behavior on alcohol. But Derek wasn't convinced, and he wasn't the only one disturbed. He says Tyler's texts continued, and they got more personal by the day. The alleged texts everyone's talking about. Once the lawsuit hit the public, Derek didn't stop there. He released a stream of text messages that allegedly show Tyler flirting, confessing, and making emotional pleas. Some texts talk about religious guilt. Others suggest a deep emotional connection. One text even implies that intimacy could lead to an Oscar, a comment that had fans doing double takes. And the language? Some say it sounds like a love letter. Others say it reads more like manipulation. Either way, the tone was clear. Tyler seemed emotionally invested. One text even had Tyler saying he would never do anything to hurt Derek. But fans weren't convinced. The allegations are true, the emotional language only makes the power imbalance more disturbing. Monique drops more bombs. The same time Derek's texts were going viral, Monique started dropping more receipts of her own. She called out Tyler's double standards, pointing out that he spoke against mistreatment of artists but allegedly did the same thing to her. She even accused him of asking her to promote Precious for free, without a contract. According to Monique, the fallout cost her over a decade of work. And here's the twist. She says Tyler admitted to spreading the rumor that she was difficult to work with on audio. And yet, no public apology. No accountability. Just silence. For Monique, this wasn't just business. It was deeply personal. And now, with Derek's story gaining traction, she's doubling down. Christian Keys, another actor, same allegations? Just when fans thought the Derek Dixon saga couldn't get any wilder, another name resurfaced, Christian Keys. Back in 2023, Christian went live on Instagram and shared a chilling story. He talked about a powerful Hollywood figure who allegedly crossed the line with him over a decade ago. He didn't drop names, but the clues were there. He described someone philanthropic, deeply respected in the Black community and well-known in entertainment. Fans are now convinced Christian was talking about Tyler Perry all along, especially since the details of his story match Derek's almost word for word. Invites to private parties, unwanted advances, power plays, and silence. Christian said he managed to get away, but the pressure didn't stop. He talked about being invited to a party, being offered drinks, and then feeling the situation turn dark. And the worst part? He said the advances kept coming even after he said no. The fallout, the fans, the future. Tyler Perry's legal team didn't waste time. They called Derek's lawsuit a scam, claiming he was setting Tyler up to squeeze money out of a public figure. The statement was sharp and direct, claiming that the lawsuit was fabricated and would fail in court. But public opinion? It split. Some fans think Derek is just chasing fame. Others believe the screenshots and stories are far too detailed to be made up. The evidence, they argue, paints a very different picture. Even 50 Cent has commented in the past on how Monique was allegedly mistreated, adding more weight to the idea that Tyler's image might not be as squeaky clean as it appears. And when 50 speaks on something, people pay attention. And now, as this story spreads, more people are watching. More names are being whispered. And more questions are being asked. Because if even half of this is true, it's only the beginning. What happens next? Tyler Perry has built an empire, from stage plays to billion-dollar studio deals. He's one of the most influential figures in modern Hollywood. But this situation could shift everything. Even if the courts don't rule in Derek's favor, public perception might never be the same. There's also a bigger conversation unfolding about how power dynamics can be abused in entertainment. Derek's story and Christian's and Monique's isn't just about one man. It's about a culture that allows silence, protects influence, and punishes those who speak up. If more names come forward, the floodgates could open. The whispers might turn into roars. And for Tyler Perry, the questions won't stop at court. Hollywood loves a redemption arc. But first, demands a reckoning. And fans everywhere are watching.